The quiet canvas. Lyra sat before her canvas, a vast, intimidating white. The world outside hummed with a frantic energy, a constant whisper of, "Go faster. Do more. Be bolder." It felt like everyone else was leaping, soaring, achieving. Her heart, though, was tired. It yearned for quiet, for a gentle rhythm, but the world's demands echoed loudly in her ears. She felt the pressure to make grand, sweeping strokes, to create a masterpiece in a single, confident burst. Yet her hands felt uncertain. They trembled not from fear, but from the sheer weight of expectation. How could she leap when her spirit felt so heavy? How could she finish when she hadn't even begun? One evening, as twilight softened the edges of her studio, Lyra picked up a tiny brush. Not for a grand landscape, not for a vibrant portrait, but for a single, almost invisible dot of color, a tiny, hesitant step. The next day, another dot, then a delicate line, then a whisper of a shade. Each movement was small, almost imperceptible to anyone but her. There was no fanfare, no dramatic reveal, just quiet, consistent effort. Days blurred into weeks. The canvas, once a daunting void, now held a tapestry of tiny moments. It wasn't a sudden explosion of brilliance, but a slow, unfolding story. Progress, she realized, was often quiet. She didn't confuse this quiet progress with stillness. She felt the subtle shift within her, the gentle strengthening of her resolve. Her soul, which had hoped for more, now understood that more wasn't always loud or immediate. She began to understand that being soft in a world that kept trying to harden her was its own kind of strength. Her gentle approach, her patience, her willingness to take one small step at a time, these were not weaknesses. They were her anchors. They allowed her to navigate the demanding currents without being swept away. She was proud of how she kept going, with a tired heart that found new energy, with uncertain hands that grew steady, with a soul that still hoped, but now with a quiet certainty. The canvas was not finished. Perhaps it never would be in the way the world expected, but it was her journey, painted with countless small, brave steps, and that, she knew, was more than enough.